Welcome everyone to HueFin. Today is May the 9th, 2021. This is our portfolio review. We're going to break down these stocks that are in our portfolio, and then we're going to show you two more stocks that we're going to add to this portfolio to instill and show how to grow your portfolio and grab the bag out the market all without being confused. So if today's your first time ever seeing our videos, our channel, hit that like button, share, subscribe if you appreciate it. If you don't, there's a lot of other videos, channels that you can attend, and hopefully they can satisfy your requirements of being knowledgeable in the markets. All right, so let's break this down real quick. I'm not going to take too much time. We're going to look at these stocks that is in our portfolio, these 10 stocks real quick. We already got price predictions on them on our price chart, so we're not going to spend too much time on that. And then we're going to add these other two stocks to this portfolio so that we can track it as well to see its performance. All right, so the first one that we're going to look at is Antero Midstream, which is the ticker symbol is AM. So let's go ahead and put that in the market real quick on this price chart. And you guys can tell, switch this over to the weekly. We've been watching the market in Antero for a while. It's been in this portfolio for at least 6-7 weeks, but the market is still showing us strength. So there's no need for us to really focus in on taking this out our portfolio. The market in Antero Midstream is still giving us what we expect, strength. So let's go ahead. We're going to continue to keep that in our portfolio. The next one is Boeing. So this is Boeing right here. You guys can tell that we broke that ascending line into the market in Boeing. Okay, something that we really needed to see the market uphold in order for us to really see the strength, because ever since we've added this stock to our portfolio, the market in Boeing continues to dip lower and lower. Okay, monthly time frame, you guys can tell that definitely is giving us a lot of weakness here in that realm. So now, what would you all expect us to do? Do you see any ability for this market in Boeing to continually see some strength? I don't. Right? I don't like what occurred into the market in Boeing. The market is definitely losing its ability to give us strength, and the market is definitely showing us continued weakness. Okay, I don't see any indications that this market is wanting to go higher in price. So what we're going to do, we're going to have to take it out. It's not giving us what we expected us to do. And once you realize that, you're able to take out that emotional aspect of your trading and just move on to the next play. Boeing is not giving us what we expected to give us. Okay. So now the question is, at what point do we need to get rid of it? Until we see the market in Boeing give us some upward movement to come back into at least our prediction area, or do we just simply let it go now? Okay. We're just going to let it go now. We're not going to keep Boeing in our portfolio. It is infecting our overall performance. So we need to go ahead and get rid of it right now. So let's go ahead and take that out. You guys can see we were down to 12.5% in that particular type of portfolio, and it happens. So let's take it out. Let's remove it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one real quick. We're going to look at Currencies. The ticker symbol is CRIS. And here it is. You guys can tell that we've been following this market in Currencies for a while too, and it's not giving us a lot of what we expected it, but we're still able to see this market hold support right there around $9. Okay, I really don't like it overall. The weakness is still dominating this particular stock, so I may actually want to come in and get rid of it right here. We're down 15.5% right now in that particular play in its portfolio. A lot of the analysts though are still having it as a strong buy. They're looking for the market to go up to $17.67. We're not there yet, but it's not giving us that much weakness neither. So we're not going to remove this out of our portfolio just yet, but it is definitely not a strong stock neither. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at Deutsche Bank. We just added Deutsche Bank last week to the portfolio, and as you all can tell, we're still seeing a lot of strength here too. So we're going to play the market strength. It is giving us exactly what we expected it to do. I think we're going to TP around $15 into the market in Deutsche Bank, which will give us about 7.25% profitability in that market. All right. So yeah, everything looks good in Deutsche Bank right now. Datadog. Let's go ahead and look at Datadog here. You guys can tell we had some abilities over the last couple of weeks to see Datadog go higher in price, and it didn't do it, right? But for the most part, we're still holding our support area, okay? Right there around $76. So even though we saw the market dip, give us a lot of weakness, the market did not break on weakness below $76. So we can actually keep it here. And now we can actually see some resumption of higher price movement right there in Datadog, okay? So we're going to continue to keep this in our portfolio. It is weak. Moderate buy going on into the market for the analysts who cover this particular stock as well. So I really don't see anything in terms of market weakness thus far, as long as we continue to hold support above $76, okay? We break that to the downside just like we did in Boeing, we'll get rid of it. But right now, it lives on to see another day. Next one is going to be Neon Node. So here we are looking at Neon Node. Been watching the market over the last 5 weeks, and the market really is consolidating. I don't see it really upholding our ascending line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create, rather than the market hold ascending line, we're going to track it right there. So as long as the market in Neon Node continues to trade above our area of support, which is around $6, $7, we'll continue to keep this in the portfolio, okay? So that is there. The market is just simply trading within a range right now. We need to see some strength enter, the sooner the better. But right now, there's nothing too drastic in the sense that we need to drop it out of our portfolio. Okay, so that's Neon Node. Next one is Southwestern Energy. So this is Southwestern Energy. Definitely ended out the week pretty good last week. Market is still giving us some strength here too. So nothing too dramatic to actually get rid of the market. It bounced off our ascending line and the strength is still coming through. So all is good in Southwestern Energy. The next one is USD Partners. Let's go ahead and see what they've been up to. And here we are. The market is still able to hold support. It hasn't broken our support area. So everything's still in line there for USD Partners. Definitely would like to see this market actually give us some movement higher though, but it is just not giving it to us yet. So we'll keep it in the portfolio as well too. Nothing to remove from that standpoint. Next one is Vascular Biogenetics, VBLT. So here we are looking at the market in VBLT, playing the strength here. Overall, we're not getting a lot of price action neither, but the market is still giving us the ability to show us some market strength, okay? So we're going to continue to play that in the market for VBLT. I think we played this on the monthly time frame, so everything looks in play for Vascular Biogenetics. All right, I do like it though, so I'm not going to get rid of that one neither. The next one is PSCE. Okay, so this is PSCE. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been watching the market. It has given us a lot of weakness. We're still seeing the ability for this particular stock to go higher in price. It is an ETF. So again, I don't see anything worrisome in terms of dropping this out our portfolio. So everything looks good. I mean, the only thing that we've taken out of our portfolio is Boeing. We don't like Boeing. It has reacted positively ever since we added to our portfolio. And one thing that we do, if it's not giving us what we expected it to do, then we get rid of it. Okay, so now let me tell you all these other two stocks that we're going to add to our portfolio. And if people haven't told you, you know, the market that is really showing a lot of strength and emphasis of price movement higher is the oil sector. It's the commodity space for oil. A lot of money has been going into that particular sector, which is why we're going to add two of them to our portfolio right now. The first one, the ticker symbol is LBRT, Liberty Oilfield Services. You guys can tell that this particular stock has been in an uptrend. It is in a monumental uptrend of late. And over the last couple of weeks, the market has just been consolidating. And now we're expecting this particular stock to give us a breakout back up to higher prices. Now it might just go up to $18, but we're going to look at what the analysts are talking about for Liberty oil fields to see if they're actually tracking this stock as well. So let's go ahead and look at Liberty real quick. And let's see if anyone's tracking this particular market. There's two analysts who is looking at the market in Liberty, two buy ratings. It's been a while since these analysts have been tracking the market in Liberty oil field, but generally over the last couple of months, they have reiterated their ratings of 3 buys, 1 hold for Liberty oil field, 13% profitability from where the market closed on Friday to their price target of $16, which is why I told you $16 would be the area that we will be focused in on as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add them to the portfolio from a weekly perspective. Going to hold that area around $11 as support. So we're going to switch this back over to a weekly time frame. Okay, and I'm pretty much in line with the analysts looking for their price target around $16 for Liberty. It might happen relatively quick because when I look at this on the, the 2 weeks and the 3 weeks time frame, the market is definitely giving us some strength. So be on the lookout for that in Liberty. So yeah, we're going to add them to our portfolio real quick. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and do the 5 shares there, and is in there. All right, transaction is recorded. That is one of the oil plays that we're going to play in the market for our portfolio. The next one is Torchlight Energy Resources. All right, you guys can see that this market in Torchlight has really pretty much consolidated. We already seen a substantial price movement higher in Torchlight back here during the week of February the 16th, 2021. And as you can tell, this market really hasn't seen a monumental decrease in price. We actually saw the market come in and prop up the price. I would say around $1.50 to $1.75. That is where the market is coming in and finding support. Okay. So let's see what the analysts are talking about in Torchlight real quick. So you guys can see no analyst is tracking this particular stock, but it doesn't mean that the market is giving us weakness, right? It doesn't mean that this market is not going to give us a buy. There's 922 people who follow this particular stock. So we're going to add it to our portfolio. We're going to be real conservative though, in a sense as to where we're expecting this market price to go in Torchlight. Okay, so let me zoom out, and support into the market for Torchlight is going to be around $1.65. And our restriction area, the way that we're going to look for the market to hit support or restriction, is right there around $2.50. So it's not going to be a lot, but it's still 18% profitability into the market in Torchlight. And then look at this on the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame looks pretty good as well, but we have to break above 250 before I really get bullish into the market in Torchlight. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We want to be conservative in the sense of adding this particular stock to our portfolio. Instead of 5 shares, I might add in a little bit more so that we can actually accumulate more profitability right before that market hits 252. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's do ahead and add Torchlight. The ticker symbol is TRCH. Go ahead and add it. And let's do 50 shares. Let's run 50 shares on it. Once it hits 250, we'll go ahead and get out that play and move on to the next one. All right, so this is our updated portfolio right here. We got 11 stocks in our portfolio that we are tracking. And so far, so good. The only one we got rid of was Boeing. We didn't like that one. It didn't turn out the way that we expected it to go. So let's keep our eyes open on these other 11 stocks that are in our portfolio now. I'm here to tell you that, when I looked at the scanner, our scanner that we watched in the market, it looks like a lot of the big funds, big institutions are placing their money into the oil sector. So take a look at that sector, and I want y'all to tell me, what do you all think about that? Questions, comments, let me know. Make sure you maintain a profitability. And as always, trade different.